It's New Year's Day. It's all new.
Welcome to Mike's Harder After Hours. I'm Colton.
I'm Joe. And as usual, our junior producer, Don the Filthy Whore.
How y'all doing?
So, how was everybody's Christmas time off / lazy time?
Not bad. Finally came from a blowjob. Got a blowjob the other day. I've been waiting to tell you that until we were on the podcast.
I was going to say that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, a little bit.
What a way to start off 2025.
Oh, fuck.
Don's about to be done coming.
Yes, I am now engaged. I proposed to the girlfriend last night.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Good time for firsts. Well, seconds, I guess, in your case.
It actually was a first, though, actually, to get down on my knee and propose. I didn't do that with the ex-wife. No, I just tossed the ring at her across the room. It's just, will you?
Fucking romance, man. Romance.
It's not lost.
She said yes, and he bought her a kid's meal.
I think 3 weeks after that, maybe a month, we found out she was already a month pregnant, or a little over a month pregnant.
They got engaged and they just started fucking.
No, we were already fucking, and come to find out, I proposed and she was already pregnant.
So it looked good on paper.
Yeah.
It's a likely story.
I've been going stir crazy with all this time off, but
Dude, tell me about it.
I've been resisting the urge to go into work though. Like it's just gonna give me anxiety.
I fucking can't go into
I
work.
wish I would have had time off, but at the same time, I'm glad I didn't. I had Christmas Day and I had 2 day.
Yeah. I've been going a little stir crazy, but made myself get up a little bit early this morning. Not my normal wake up time, but earlier than I have been, so that I'm a little bit more prepared for tomorrow.
I plan on getting up early. I slept till 1:45.
Oh, jeez. I might as well just stay in bed at that point.
I'm gonna have to take a melatonin at 6:30 and hope that I can fall asleep at 8. Try and get my sleep schedule back on track.
Yeah, I'll be in bed hopefully by 8 o'clock. As soon as I get dog fed and outside and get kind of chilled down a little bit, I'm hoping to be in bed by 8. That'll give me plenty of sleep before 4:30.
Yeah.
I did get to see the ball drop last night.
They didn't show it drop on the one that I was watching. It just showed the countdown, and then the ball went dark, and then it cut to a different camera. I was like, well, the fuck, I wouldn't have watched it if that was what I was going to see.
I didn't stay up for it. I woke up a little after 11.
I was laying in bed planning on going to bed, and I was like, well, it's 11:45. I might as well just stay up another 15 minutes. And then after that, I was up till fucking 4 a.m. I was like, man, I should have just fucking fallen asleep.
Yeah, it was probably 10 to midnight. I went and laid down in bed, and I was like, I almost made it. So I turned the TV on in the bedroom, watched it, immediately shut it off, and went back to sleep.
So I didn't watch it. It was about 11:30. Me and her went to bed, and phone started going off at midnight, and I rolled over, grabbed my phone, hit the silent.
Hey, I'm so glad my phone didn't blow up at New Year's Eve. Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just like
people saying Happy New Year or
yeah,
whatever?
Yep. It happened last year a little bit. The year before that, it was annoying as shit. The year before that was even worse. You fuckers ought to know I'm asleep.
Right. Come over the next day. Fuck?
The previous years is probably me at midnight telling you Happy New Year, but
You were one of 40. Most of these people I only hear from once a year. Happy New Year.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. It's probably me back in the day. I didn't know your sleep schedule.
Yeah. So has anybody made any resolutions other than to not make resolutions?
Can't think of any.
Nope.
I went through like a month ago and wrote down my goals for the year. So it wasn't necessarily like a resolution, but I have goals.
I have goals, yeah. But I think a resolution is more like a dream than a goal.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because most people like have a resolution, but they don't have any plan for how they're going to achieve it.
No milestones.
Right.
A goal has milestones.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to do X, and step one of that goal in this time frame is going to be this.
Right.
Yeah. There's a difference between, you know, a dream and a goal.
Yeah.
Not that it's bad to dream, but
Right. But
most dreams are up in smoke. Saw something today that said I'm going to open a building called Resolutions. For the first month of the year, it's going to be a gym, and after that, it's going to be a bar.
That one's been around for a little while. I've seen that.
I've seen iterations of it. Today, it was fresh. in
I
my
think it'd
head.
be cool if they did something like that, but like the first month of the year, it was like a restaurant that made like new interesting stuff, and then they just did like smoked meats the rest of the year. You know, like up in
Ooh,
smoked meats.
Yeah, I could get behind that.
I'd go there.
Me too.
There aren't really any good restaurants within like 15 or 20 miles here that do like good smoked meats. You almost got to go to like Toledo. And even then, I don't know that it's...
I don't know that it's that like.
There's one that's still outside of that area that you're talking mile wise. I can't remember exactly where it's at, but I know the guy that owns it. He runs from the company I work for, but it's a smokehouse. I've heard the food is excellent.
There used to be a really good smokehouse in Defiance called Mavericks, but I don't know. Last time I tried to go there, they were closed, and it was like 4 p.m. on like a Saturday. I was like, who the fuck's closed at 4 p.m. on a Saturday if you have a restaurant?
Wasn't there the guy that had the little smoke trailer here in town? When it didn't work out, he went back to Napoleon and had a.
Well, there is the place in Napoleon, but they mostly do like...
That's mostly barbecue, right?
Yeah, it's mostly barbecue, and like they do the big ass potatoes that you can get like barbecued meat on.
Oh yeah, loaded potato.
Yeah,
I don't. Before I moved to Tennessee, I liked their food, but
I haven't had it in a couple of years.
I think I had it once since I've been back, and
Wasn't as good.
it's not as good. I didn't think. But
Well, they got pretty big pretty quick, and they probably like had to try and keep up with demand at the time.
yeah,
Probably lost some of the like slow
Shortcuts, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You almost have to try and keep up, or you have to prep a whole bunch of shit for way in advance.
Or double your cook capacity, and then
Right.
hope that you don't overshoot your projection and have a bunch of waste.
Yeah. The only good thing with that is you could probably freeze it.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as good, but
But, you know, I guess if you did overshoot your projections enough and you had a bunch of that shit frozen, you could offer it as a purchase on the way out of the restaurant.
right, like, hey, pick this up. You know, it's $5
Yeah.
for this bag because we were just gonna throw it out or whatever.
Man, I would buy something like that on my way out of a barbecue or a smokehouse joint.
Right, if I liked their food or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. If they had a bunch like that they had not been able to sell, but they froze, you know, shortly after,
Yeah.
I would buy it. Come home and make some chili out of some barbecue brisket or something. Oh man.
Oh, dude, we went up to fucking Cabela's to go up to the jerky place. I was planning on spending like, you know, $20 a pound, whatever. That shit was more like $45 or $50 a pound because it was all brisket.
Oh.
It was all brisket jerky. So like my grandpa wanted teriyaki, so I got a big bag of the teriyaki. It's 12 ounces is the big bag. It's 2 for $70, the big bags of the brisket jerky.
Wow.
I did not realize they didn't have any prices on anything. So I didn't realize until I get all of my shit that I want to get up to the counter, and he's like, that'll be $117. I was like, $117? I was like, well, I guess
is that how you got your blowjob?
No.
Like,
I was like, I guess I'm already fucking here. I might as
That's what
well.
he gave one.
Yeah, no shit.
Brought my coupon. First time I ever went to McCullough's,
Dude, I love going up there, but
Yeah.
it's so far away.
Yeah, it's
I've
what,
never been
45
there.
minutes, something like that.
I know. I just don't like the 45-minute drive.
I don't either. And usually when it's time to go, it's like February and there's snow on the ground.
Right.
You know, so that 45 minutes feels like 5 fucking hours. But first time I was up there, I didn't look at the price on anything. I just was like, oh, that looks good. That looks good.
It was so cheap.
Yeah, I got to the register thinking I was going to spend like $250,
Right.
and it was less than $100.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, I'd go up there and I'd buy like fucking 5 packages of steaks and
then I
fucking
found
whatever
out
else
after the fact that I could have them custom cut whatever I wanted to,
for
and
the
it wouldn't
same
have cost
price.
me more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could stand in front of the counter and be like, I want, a 3-inch slice of that, and it wouldn't have cost me a dime more. It's per pound, period.
I don't know if it's like the same cheapness. It probably is comparatively today because I'm sure the price has gone up the last couple of years. But that
By
Miller's in Montpelier, I went there with Jacob the one day, and they had really good shit in there. You could buy like bulk bags of like cheese curds and jalapeno poppers and get meat and whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's where the guys used to go up, and they would bring me bags of like chicken quarters.
Yeah.
And these are not nice prepared. These are just chicken quarters. Somebody took a big old knife to that thing and cut it in 4 pieces.
Right.
You want a bag of legs? You got a bag of legs. You want a bag of wings? You got a bag of wings. But the price was right.
Right.
So,
Well, yeah, when they're doing it so cheap, it's not like they're like prepping it all. They're just, here you go.
right. But for throwing it in the smoker, worked out great because I don't prep it.
Right.
I pull it out and roll it in sauce, let it soak for a while, throw it on the smoker, and you want to make it pretty, do it on your plate.
I've always heard you guys talk about that place, but I've never been up there. I've been past it.
I've been past it. I've never been in. The guys would stop in there
Yeah.
when they'd
Yeah.
have sales.
Yeah, we
and-
went up there quite a few times.
Yeah, the guys would stop in
I
there
went-
when there was
I
a
went
sale
past
and
on-
give me a bunch.
On one of our bike runs, and I was like, "Oh, that's the meat market everyone's talking about."
They have really good molasses cookies. Those fucking molasses cookies, man, are to die for.
Isn't there another place in one of them small podunks, like Eden?
Yeah, there's a meat market over in Eden that JD and I went to a couple times because they were having sales. And they'd have like 3-pound like tubes of like ground beef and shit for real cheap. We went over there a few times.
I wish we still had a meat market here in town because there used to be one right around the corner.
Yeah, I remember that.
They've been gone for a long time.
No, you probably have to go to Pettisville, but Pettisville is so fucking expensive.
Better assumption.
And I don't even know if
There's a meat market in Assumption?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I don't even know how busy they are anymore. Because I know, was it last season or the season before, they weren't taking any deer. So they had too much other shit going.
Yeah,
and
I don't.
And then they either had a fire or had a break-in. One of the two.
I just know, like, when we do our son's breakfast, we still get some stuff from Assumption.
Yeah, they had a fire or a big break-in. One of the two. But they were, like, short of everything to a
Yeah.
point where they almost closed. So
It's possible. I don't know.
I can't imagine breaking into a meat market. Just going to empty their freezer.
Right. I'm gonna take their fucking, cows that they have hanging in the fucking bag. What the fuck? You're gonna need a team of people.
Yeah.
It's not like one person's just gonna go in there and start fucking carrying out fucking
Beef
whole
sides.
cows. Yeah. What would that weigh? Like 800 pounds?
A dressed beef side? Up to, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you
even if it was just 5. I mean, that's
you grab
ridiculous.
that cow. I'm gonna grab this pig.
Gotta be one hungry motherfucker to break into a meat market.
Shit.
That's just it. I wouldn't back a trailer up to it. I'd just go in and start eating.
Take you a little camping stove, just start cooking in there.
Well, if you were to go into, like, Pettisville, a lot of that stuff prepared.
Yeah.
You know, it's
yeah, it
hard to
just needs
cook.
heated up.
Yeah. They'd find me in the morning in a food coma. A fucking
A bunch of sauce all over your face.
Potato salad all over my chest and barbecue sauce all over my chin.
It makes me think of this one time when we were at a party. God, I was probably only like 17. Got all fucked up at some party. And we must have stopped, or I must have gone, because I'm pretty sure I drove home like an idiot. But I stopped at McDonald's, apparently. And I woke up, and I had like a fucking McGriddle on my chest with a bite taken out of it. I was like, fuck yeah, breakfast.
Hell, why not?
It's already there. I'm assuming I took the bite out of it. Can't imagine somebody left me with a fucking sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle on my chest with a bite that they took out of it.
It's possible. Someone could take a bite out and be like, "Ooh, this is not good. I can't eat this. I'm gonna throw
Right,
up."
but in my bedroom?
And just, I don't know who you're taking home.
You a fan of the McRib?
No.
Not
No.
either.
Not
No,
at
every
all.
time I eat a fucking McRib, I get like a fucking piece of cartilage or some shit that's hard, and it like feels harder than it actually is because like the meat is so soft, and it makes me want to throw up.
Oh.
And I don't think that they taste all that great.
I don't think they do either.
I don't.
They're always
I've
like
had
kind of
one bite one.
dry.
Yeah, I've had one bite of one. I'm not a fan of compressed meat, but I read something today that Sam's Club has something similar to that. That the people who are fans of the McRib are like, this is the way to do it when they take it off the menu.
Well, yeah, they bring it back once a year because they know that their fucking sales are going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
They know if they were to keep it on all year, people would get burned out on it. It'd never get fucking bought again.
I think that all of those fast food chain stores do something similar, you know.
Oh, yeah, like Taco Bell has the rolled chicken tacos they do once a year.
And they've got some that they've taken off for years and years and years.
Yeah, and then they bring back.
Yeah.
Hell, they took out the Mexican pizza for a while.
Well, yeah, and then they brought that back, last year or something?
That was my go-to.
I don't think I've ever had one. I still don't think I've ever had one. I do remember being all fucked up with you guys one night here, and you went to go take me home, and I was with you and your ex-wife and your kids. Maybe not your kids. Maybe it might have just been us three. But we went through Taco Bell, and what the fuck was that, like, pico and cheese and meat, like, taco that they used to have?
Fuck, I don't
Mexi
know.
Melt or something?
Oh yeah, the Mexi Melt.
Yeah, dude. And I got like fucking 6 of those things. That shit was good.
Yeah. The good shit they get rid of.
Yeah, they don't have that shit on the menu anymore.
Right.
But that was fantastic.
I wonder if they have that stuff on a secret menu.
They probably have all the stuff to make it, but you would probably have to be like, well, I want this. Don't put this on it, but put this and this on it.
Like Wendy's has a secret menu. That's where you can get the T-Rex. They never take it off the menu because it's never on the menu.
Can you even get that here?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep. They
I
all
might
look,
have to stop on my
they
way
all
home.
look at each other like, what's he talking about?
Right, and then there's probably just like one
and I'm
person.
lost. Like, what is?
There's probably one
And then
person in the back.
You have to show it to them on your phone so they can read the description and actually go make it.
What the hell's a T-Rex?
It's almost
fucking-
a foot tall.
Oh shit!
It's like a 12 patty burger.
Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
That's just too messy for me.
It's like a Dave's, but it's like 12 patties.
Yeah, Jared bought one time. It was, I don't know, this was years ago, so it wasn't stupid expensive.
I
but-
remember. It was probably 8 years ago.
Yeah, it was expensive, but in hindsight, you got what you paid for the burger would cost you now in just the beef patties.
Right.
Like, did they have to lay it down and eat it with a fork, or
Didn't he eat it like layer by layer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because there's no way you're taking a bite of it.
No.
even smashed down.
What's
There's no
you're
way.
talking about it? I'm like, that just seems like just a
No,
fucking mess.
It's
and,
like you have to eat it with a fork.
and you know me, if it's messy, I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
Joe
gonna be done.
fucking too. I've seen this guy throw a whole fucking plate of spaghetti.
Oh, the girlfriend and I, we went to Mancino's,
I like
Saturday?
Mancino's.
and I got their Italian grinder,
Yeah, their sandwiches are kind of messy. They're kind of greasy.
and it come out, and I'm like, I go to pick it up, and shit just starts fucking falling everywhere, and I'm like, she looked at me, and she's like, oh, he's gonna fucking throw this motherfucker. She's like, do you need a fork? Yeah, give me a fork.
Yeah, the
Get me a
sandwiches
fork and a
for
knife.
Mancino's, you almost have to like cup the end and like hold it like you're fucking about to give a blowjob or something.
Yeah, I'm good now.
I like Mom's better. They have like grinders that you can get.
See, I haven't been to Mom's Diner in so fucking long.
They have one that's it's not barbecue. It's buffalo chicken and like ranch and tomatoes and lettuce on it. And that is really good.
I suggested that to the girlfriend about going to Mom's Diner, and she's like,
I don't like the rest of their stuff. But
she goes, I haven't been there since the day I got kicked out of there, so I don't know.
What'd you get kicked out of there for?
Apparently they went in there like close to closing time and
Raised a ruckus.
kind of raised a ruckus, but it was more like, they're getting ready to close,
And they were like, nah, get the fuck out of here.
and the place they're ordering, like, this is to go, right? And they're like, no, we're gonna sit here and eat.
And they're like, not a fucking chance.
And there's people still walking in the door. Like, I'm sorry, you're staying open because your door's open. You have to take care of your customers.
About the only sandwiches I can eat and let them drip are like pulled pork, pulled beef, or sloppy joes. But then
Right.
I put chips on my plate
Yeah.
so that
Right,
I can
yeah.
eat the chips when I'm done with the sandwich.
Yeah, well, I don't want to go somewhere and order a cheeseburger and all my toppings are falling off.
Yeah, first bite, everything goes out the butthole. It's like, bloop. Nope.
Because we were in Tennessee.
I love a good messy sandwich.
Ugh.
We were in Tennessee. We went to this one restaurant, and the one burger they had was called the Little Chief, or they had a Little Chief and they had the Big Chief.
Yeah.
Well, the ex-wife, she got the Little Chief, and I decided to get the Big Chief. And it's got, it's just I think it was a 3rd-pound patty, all the fixings, onion rings on top, barbecue sauce. I'm like, everything sounded great. As soon as I picked it up, shit fell everywhere. I was done. I just pushed my plate to the side.
If you go to Loggers Lounge in Pioneer, they have the Lumberjill and the Lumberjack. The Lumberjill is like, I don't know, maybe 2 inches thick. It's like manageable. When we went there like a month ago, I ordered the Lumberjack, not thinking about it because it would been so long since I've been there. It's like a triple-decker burger.
Oh, jeez.
It's like fucking 6.5 inches thick.
That's kind of how that Big
And I'm
Chief
like,
is.
well, I guess I'm eating this fucking thing with a fork because there's no shot I have a big mouth. I'm not taking a bite out of that fucking sandwich. There's no shot.
Yeah, that's that Big Chief. I went to pick it up, take a bite, and you can't get your mouth around both of the buns.
Well, that was also, it comes out on Texas toast. So it has 3 pieces of Texas toast
Oh,
jeez.
shit.
and 3 patties. Or maybe 2 patties. But then there's bacon, lettuce, there's sauce that they put on it.
Yeah.
It's a big fucking burger.
I'd be asking for some skewers so that I could put 4 skewers in the top and
And
cut
then
an
cut
X
it,
into
yeah.
it. Lean each tower over and eat each tower at a time.
Right.
I couldn't tell you how many burger Sundays on the grill that I didn't eat because we made our own burgers, made our own patties, and they came out like fucking tennis balls or softballs. So the minute you try to pick up your bun, the fucking the beef falls out of it, and there goes all your toppings and shit too. Like, nope, fuck this. I ain't eating it.
I just bought my grandpa a
Press.
patty press. So that worked out pretty good. I think it'd be cool to make smash burgers with it.
I
'Cause it's
bet-
got 2 parts.
I've been wanting to get one for my Blackstone.
I just bought one on Temu. It was like $2, and the thing works fucking great.
I just get my fucking beef, a half a cow at a time, and I tell them to package me up however many packages of 4 half-pound patties.
Oh, they'll just make the patties for you.
Yep. Yep, that's the way I get them. Yeah, I don't try to make anything formed out of ground beef because it'll just end up staining my walls. I'll end up throwing it.
I know.
I like making my own hamburgers, but
I like making stuffed hamburgers. You put cheese and onions and shit in the middle.
Yeah.
I've never done those.
They're kind of a bitch to make because if you don't cook them well enough, like it, for some reason the cheese and shit gets cooked before like the meat does. Like it'll get melty. And so, like, you kind of have to, like, sear the outside and then lower the temperature and kind of cook it so that you can get the meat done and the cheese doesn't.
Start with frozen cheese.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. I used to have a burger maker, and one of the recipes that came in the box was these stuffed patties. And the first couple of times I tried it, the cheese all bled out the side and it got all burnt in the pan and shit. So I started slicing the cheese, like, 2 hours ahead of time and throwing it in the freezer. And yeah, you press those into it. The cheese melted, but it didn't bleed out the side.
Oh yeah, because it's melting after the burger's like cooked.
Yeah, it worked out pretty good. And I was slicing the cheese about 1/8 inch thick.
Yeah,
so that worked out pretty good.
Now I'm getting fucking hungry. This is bullshit.
Yeah, this went from blowjobs to burgers in like no time flat.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, I take it Seaman Demon had a safe return back to his ship.
Yeah. Yeah, he's back in Norfolk.
You had a chance to talk to him since he's been home?
No.
Back there, I guess.
No, I told him, I said, I don't ever know when you're on duty, when you're not duty. Just, when you want to get a hold of me, just text me, because I don't want to try blowing his phone up if he's on duty and
Right.
there's a chance he's somewhere where he's got a signal and his phone goes off, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't want to cause trouble. I'm sure now that the news is out there, I'm probably going to hear something from him soon.
I'm sure.
what news? Oh,
That
yeah,
I proposed,
yeah.
That
because
you got a blowjob.
Best blowjob of my life, dude. I'm not even kidding.
So
I
what-
told her that, and she was like, "You're just trying to gas me up." I was like, "No, I'm not." I was like, "I've never had a good blowjob. That was the best one I've ever had."
But yeah, now that your other kids know, it won't take long. And
oh yeah, I know it's not going to take long.
and it's on Facebook and all that other shit.
It's Facebook official.
It is. It kind of was last night, but me and her both just did it today. We changed our status to engaged.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So romantic.
I was like, well, now that my kids know, my parents know, I'll just change mine.
See, romance isn't lost.
It's just digitized.
Yeah, I know. I was telling her after the fact. I was like, probably going to get a lecture. I was like, I got a lecture just from, using my fingers about how it's digital sex. When you said digitize, it made me think about the digital.
Right.
She's like, what is he, your dad? I was like, basically.
Well, definitely more involved.
Yeah, that ain't no shit. Did I tell you about, she and I went to go shopping last week? And we stopped at Circle K so I could grab some pouches. And we go to pull out, and this Jeep pulls in, and Dave gets out, and I make eye contact with him. He makes eye contact with me. He looks directly at the floor and starts walking. And she's like, do you know that guy? I was like, yeah, that's my father that I never see. And so she, slows down, and she's, creeping to pull out of the parking lot. I'm like, could you fucking drive? She's like, what? I wanted to ask you. I was like, ask me on the fucking road. Could you fucking drive? I was like, this looks like we're talking about him. I really fucking get out of the parking lot.
Yeah.
Maybe she's trying to be nice and go slow in case she wanted to say hi.
She knows I don't want to say hi.
Oh man.
I was like, just fucking drive. She's like, you need to calm down. I was like, you need to fucking drive.
Yeah. Get us out of here like this is a heist.
For sure, dude. For sure.
Oh.
She's like, you wouldn't say Merry Christmas to him if you saw him? I was like, I just saw him. Did you see me say anything to him?
Oh shit!
Could have yelled at the window and just told him to eat a dick, like you do for a lot of people.
I could have.
Oh, did you see that we got another subscriber here recently? Guy's got a YouTube channel and nothing posted. He's had it since I think 2014, but he has no content. Yeah. I was like, what?
What's the name on it?
Foreign.
Weird.
I couldn't pronounce it. It was
Probably related to that ISIS attack.
probably.
Or, I'm sorry, FBI attack.
Yeah. Yeah. The New Year's Eve massacre orchestrated by the CIA and the FBI.
So what are we at now? 30?
Then make 28.
Yeah.
So last I knew it was 29.
Was
Really?
it 29?
Yeah.
Last time I checked, it was 27.
I think it depends on what device you look at it on. Because I get better information on the desktop at work than I do on any of my devices.
Huh. That's weird.
Yeah, I just seen the notification in the email the other day. And I was like, oh, well, I'll go check out this guy's stuff. And he's got nothing. Because if I thought he had something valuable, I would have subscribed to it.
Yeah, according to this, we're at 29.
Wow.
Which we've been sitting 29 for a little while, according to my phone.
Maybe that guy ditched us because I didn't follow him back.
But like you said, I mean, we sit here every day and we look at these things, and
Yeah, our phones will...
my phone will say we got 26 views, and Joe's telling me he's got 12.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I have been trying to do more on X lately, but because I have the X account on the thingy and not on my phone, I got to remember to take it out and actually look at it every once in a while.
Get your thingy out and play with it a little bit.
Get my thingy out and play with it a little bit. What was that? Was that the chair?
This
Or was that-
chair.
I was gonna say, it
Oh, I was
wasn't
going to
me.
say.
Yeah, it's the backing on this chair.
Sounded like somebody ripped ass.
Fuck, I might just go to work with you tomorrow. Dude, I'm fucking going crazy.
When do you go back?
Monday.
Oh shit!
Yeah. It's like 16 days off total. It's too fucking much, dude.
This coming weekend might be the only one I've looked forward to having off in a long time. Because after all this time off and having to go back tomorrow and Friday, I'm going to be looking forward to Saturday.
Well, yeah, because you're going to go in tomorrow and Friday, and you're going to be like, man, I really would like to be at home drinking right now.
No, I'll be dragging ass. I
Oh.
about guarantee it. I'll probably hit a wall about 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon and be like, ugh. Yeah. That happens to me on Mondays a lot. So
Because you party hardy with both hands.
that's why God gave me 2. Speaking of which, I think I'm going to get the thingy out, see if I got any comments on my New Year's post.
And I gotta look at my Amazon account because I ordered stuff the one night.
Yup. Right after he planted the red basket bomber into the floor.
What happened?
Fucking dummy talking shit.
Yeah.
He kept saying he can take me out.
To dinner?
No,
Because I don't think he could do that either.
no, he thought he could physically take me to the ground, and that it didn't happen for him.
He doesn't have any weight.
Well, you know, he was trained.
In what? Sucking dick?
I don't even remember how it all started.
I don't either, but
He was trained.
I know that his shoes grazed the ceiling right before his shoulder went into the floor. When he showed up the next morning,
Oh.
when he showed up the next morning, I was like, I had to come out here this morning and make sure you didn't dent my floor. Got my level out and made sure there wasn't no divots in it. He was feeling pretty sore.
He's a fucking idiot.
And I'm assuming I bought a couple sets.
Even with my weight, I don't know that it would be easy. I'd probably be able to do it, but I don't think it'd be like something that I'm gonna be like full on. Like I know that this is how this is gonna go down.
Yeah.
Because I don't have like a job where I actually do shit, and I don't work out. All I have is my weight behind me. So like I could do it, but it's not gonna be like instantaneous.
He wouldn't have been able to pick you up and swing you like he did.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. It would have been up in the air. Whereas like Dummy has no weight, has no strength, and no brains apparently.
I got strength. I could probably pick you up, but not very far.
You've picked me up before. You've cracked my back. You can pick me up, but you're not gonna like fucking throw me.
I'm not having your feet go across the ceiling.
Hell no.
Yeah, he swung him.
No, at most you're gonna pick me up and like fall with me, and I'm gonna have to catch myself.
I thought he hit his head, man. I really did. I thought for sure I was going to get over there and he was going to be twitching.
All I remember is him laying on the ground. He was not moving at all. And I'm like, oh, shit. I think I just killed this kid.
Self-defense.
Yeah, that was crazy. He missed the light by inches.
Where are the videos? Why is there no... We need like a fucking 24-hour fucking video of this house.
You don't want that.
I don't take videos because I was there.
That would be a hilarious clip to put on the YouTube.
You do a 24-hour surveillance of this house, you're going to see Joe walking around naked in the middle of the night.
I've seen Joe's fucking dick more times than I can count. It doesn't even faze
More
me
than you've seen
anymore.
yours.
I see mine every day, first of all. Second of all, it just doesn't faze me anymore. You've both literally humped me with your dicks out.
I forgot about that.
Shit doesn't faze me anymore.
Oh, shit. I'd forgotten all about
I
that.
kind of forgot about that, too. I remember he made a mention of it one night for one of our podcasts, but it didn't even click in my head what he was saying.
Just trying to leave because you guys are having naked night. All right, I'm going to get out of here.
I missed the stun
Hump,
gun.
hump, hump, hump.
I missed the stun gun. That was fun.
Yeah, you guys can miss me with fucking... That's probably why your dick doesn't work. All that electricity.
Mine still works.
So you say. He also has 10 years on you.
No, you don't.
No.
I thought you were 10 years older than him.
No.
You're thinking of Dave. I was 10 years older than Dave.
Oh, yeah. Dave was directly in between.
So you're 46?
Yeah.
He's got 4 on me.
Oh. Yeah, I am thinking of Dave then.
Yeah, because we were 10 years, give or take a couple of months.
Yeah.
Because he was in April, I was in June.
Right. And then you're 20 and he's 10 for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't me. I'm thinking like he's either thinking of you or Carl, because Carl's 10 years older than I am.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember Carl.
I remember Carl.
How can you not remember Carl? Everybody remembers Carl.
Carl.
Fucking unicorns. He just brought back a bunch of repressed memories. Fucking middle school.
From middle school.
That's when I watched that.
And
I think the best night when Carl was here when we put the motorcycles on the pool table.
yeah.
That thing was such a bitch.
The fucking iron head was too fucking heavy.
Such a bitch.
Me and Carl were the two that were like, we're going to get this up there. Nobody else wanted to do it.
I was down to help, but that shit sucked.
I hope somebody still has the pictures because I don't.
I don't even know who took pictures.
I do some, I don't know, because I got this other phone.
I might be able to go through my Facebook and find a couple of them, but I know that phone they were on, it got destroyed. So, and that was before I knew anything about, how to transfer all that shit. I didn't have cards or whatever the fuck you're supposed to do. I didn't have none of that shit. So once the phone was junk. It's gone. I think I posted the one of Carl's bike, so I know I have that one somewhere. His was easy to get up on the table.
Oh, yeah.
His didn't weigh shit.
No, it was fucking picking your bike up. That it was like, God, fuck this.
I know, we get about 6 inches off the ground and be like, nope. I don't, either because it was too heavy or because of the oil all over the frame, I'm going to lose my grip.
Well, that, and there were a couple times where it almost felt like it was going to tip, and it's like, I don't want this fucking thing falling on me.
When we were moving the cabinets from the gun store up here to the new gun store down there, they had this counter. It's still in the store to this day. This counter, it's 15 feet long.
The one for the pistols?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took that out in 3 sections. You got 2 sides and then the end cap. And he rented a box truck. And the box truck is shoulder high to the floor. And they put these 2 15-foot cabinets and trying to unload it downtown to take it into the store. We didn't have as many people unloading it as we did loading it. Talk about felt like it was going to tip over on you. Holy shit. You're underneath this 4-foot tall cabinet that's 15 feet long. And it's built. I mean, it's heavy.
I remember helping knock down all that fucking lath and plaster.
Oh, in the upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was a bitch. Did they ever
I was going to say, did he ever do anything more with that? Or
because he talked about putting in like laser like target ranges.
Yeah,
and
he was
shit.
going to do like an archery range or something up there. I don't know how far he ever got with it, but he also talked about using those apartments to do shit, and
yeah,
I'm sure that's never come to fruition.
If he had left it the way it was and like rented it out, I'd have rented that. That was fucking sweet up there. Fucking tall ass ceilings. It was fucking awesome.
Would have been a really cool laser tag area. Set up
Yeah.
hay bales with obstacles and shit, That would have been cool. And then do, like, in the apartment sections, like a haunted house and Halloween.
I think it'd be cool just to own one of those buildings and be able to live in it.
It would, but it'd be super freaking expensive.
oh yeah,
The maintenance and the heating, man. And remember, the whole time we were up there was no heat, and we were doing that shit in the wintertime. It was
Yeah.
cold as hell up
It
there.
was fucking cold. I always felt like I was going to fucking slip on ice or something going up those fucking stairs. Those stairs were wobbly as shit.
Yeah,
cold as shit in the winter and hot as hell in the summer.
yeah.
I remember putting them windows in.
That was the theater,
Holy
wasn't it?
Fuck.
Yeah, that was, it started, the downstairs was actually a movie theater.
Right.
The upstairs was a theater with a stage and all
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
Yep. I still have all the paperwork I saved out of that place.
Yeah, we found a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Everybody was going to sweep it up and throw it in the trash.
Fucking history.
Yeah, the Knights of Pythias. That was their lodge at one time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a bunch of receipts from like Fulton Lumber from the late 1800s, early
I wish I
1900s.
could go back to like 1910 and just like see what that building looked like inside.
It was probably majestic.
That's what I'm saying.
It was probably cold as hell, but it was probably really nice.
Fucking wear a coat. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm sure it was really sweet. Yeah, the store downstairs, it's got that drop ceiling in it.
Yeah.
Because the ceiling actually arches up
Right.
for the theater projection.
Yeah.
That's why it's 2 stories, but it looks like it's 3 or 4.
Right.
It's because both ceilings were vaulted like that.
Yeah.
I still want to turn all that stuff I found into the county historical museum, but I don't know if they actually use it or if they just shit can it. You know what
Right.
I
If
mean?
they're just gonna put it in some filing cabinet in the back, it's like, what the fuck's the point?
Yeah, if that's all they're going to do with it, I'll keep it.
Right.
Especially the Knights of Pythias stuff. I went like down the rabbit hole for months,
Oh yeah.
like discovering all of the stuff about them.
Yeah.
They're a lot like a Mason's lodge. They have really strict rules, and it's for, it's a fraternity. It's for young men,
Right.
Yeah.
specifically. But it was neat, and to know that they're still around. There's chapters in like New York and where was the other one I found? There's 2 of them in New York.
Hell, if the historical museum wouldn't take them, maybe they would and actually hang them up.
I hadn't thought about that.
I think the historical society probably would, but it'd probably be like a time frame kind of thing.
You talking about the county museum,
Yeah.
or the historical?
Well, the
society?
museum.
Okay,
It'd probably be, because they only
be on
do.
rotation.
Yeah, they do certain things throughout
Yeah.
the year.
Yeah. As long as it's on. If it's going to be in a rotation, cool. It doesn't have to be out all year round. But if they're literally just going to seal it and stick it in a filing cabinet for who knows what, whenever,
Right.
then no, I don't want to give it to them. But yeah, I would take it up and donate it to them. In under the store's name,
Right.
because it did belong to them technically.
Right.
Of course, I would put care of me because I'm the one that saved it. I want some recognition.
Yeah, I remember the day we found that stuff.
Shit was falling out of the ceiling. We were breaking the lath off. It was all up in that, I guess you'd call it an attic space.
Yeah, it was. I remember it was falling down. We found some on the ground, and then I climbed up in the rafters, and
Yeah. That stuff smelled so bad for months.
oh god, yeah.
I brought it home, wiped the dust off of it best I could without.
Well, while we were up there, it smelled like shit.
Yeah. Well, because it's all the bird shit from being in that fucking.
Birds and bats and
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I dusted it off the best I could without ruining it, and then put it in a gallon Ziploc bag. And then a little while later, I got it out so I could start researching stuff. And it still stunk really bad, so I got it all out and laid it out. And then later put it in a new Ziploc bag. I must have done that a dozen times. Just kept putting it in a new bag. Get it out, air it, put it in a new bag. Just to get rid of that stench. Yeah, I hadn't even thought about the bat shit, because all that was falling on us that I could tell was bird shit.
yeah, bird shit.
That
bat
was really
shit.
cool to go and like tear all that shit out though.
It was.
Just to like see all the like architecture of the building.
It would have been a lot cooler if, like, there would have been a follow through and there was like stage 2, and we're going to actually go do some more, which was the original intent.
Right. If he was actually going to do something with
Yeah.
what we did up there.
Well, the biggest thing is we could never get help to go up there.
Yeah, 'cause
Everything was gung ho at first, and then
Well, yeah, and then everybody probably realized this is going to be a lot more work than
right.
anticipated.
I know there was numerous times it was just me and one other person hanging the board on top, up on the ceiling. Like we had no help.
Right.
Yeah, originally it was going to be, we'd be allowed to have our meetings and stuff up there, as part of the trade for the labor. But even then, as things progressed, that kind of got rescinded a little bit. Well, you can only be up there like one day a month instead of once a week. Well, I might need to know when you're going to be there. I mean, things kept changing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
And it's like, do you want the free help or not?
exactly. I think that's where you're saying it was only a couple of you hanging, the ceiling board. I think interest started to wane when the contract started to get rescinded.
Right.
It's like, fuck. I know I lost a lot of interest when it was like, you can only go up there once a month, but I need to know when you're going to be there.
Right.
That to me was like,
Yeah, but it was a kick in the teeth at that point. It's like,
shot
man,
us
we
in the
just
foot.
all this work.
yeah. I mean, how many man hours went into that? The first night we were up there, how many people did we have? It was
Oh,
a
God.
shit ton.
Fuck you, me, Don.
There was over a dozen.
Oh, easily.
I think JD was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was over a dozen.
Yeah, there were a fuckload of us in there tearing that shit out.
Yep. And we built a chute down to the trash. I mean, we hauled ass on it at first.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't shortly after that first couple times we were up there. The carpet slowly is getting pulled out from underneath you, and you're
Yep.
like, well, now I'm losing interest. So,
I'm not putting them windows in. Shit. I couldn't get any help to put windows in.
yeah.
Nobody was ever available to do it. It's not fun putting a 7-foot window in by yourself.
I wouldn't imagine.
3 foot wide, 7 foot tall, and you're doing it by yourself.
Where were you putting 7-foot windows in?
All them back windows.
Oh.
Where the stage was at, all them windows.
Wonder how many of those are broke out from the stupid teenagers in town.
I don't know. I've never driven back by there yet.
Oh, and then there were like those little rooms. I assume they were like viewing, like, on the sides.
There were along the sides of the theater.
Mm-hmm.
You had on the ends of the stage or on the side of the theater.
I think it was like on the side of the theater.
Most of those were like dressing rooms and offices.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to like climb up to like get into them. Although they probably had stairs or something
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah, most of those were dressing rooms or offices. The ones off to the side of the stage, those were because there was at one point there probably was a door from that one on the south side of the theater. There probably was at one point. I don't remember if there was when we were working on it or not. From that room, a staircase that went up to the stage to that little side room.
I don't even remember.
Well, then
This
there was,
so
like-
long.
On the front, there's like the half-ass apartment.
That's what
too.
they actually were too.
Yeah.
Yeah. At some point, somebody converted the front of the building into apartments.
Yeah. That was pretty fucking cool.
That was cool as hell.
I would love to live in one of those.
The very top one would have been my favorite. The one that had the fire in it. Where you-
Right.
Yeah. That would have been my favorite
Yeah,
one.
the nice handrail that went up there. And
Yup.
Yeah, that was really nice. Should have taken that fucking handrail and used it for your footstool.
That one was in too good a shape. This one was already scratched up by cats.
It was also free.
Yep. Just had to smuggle it out of the apartment in a sheet. I didn't have a way to cut it, so I just wrapped it in a sheet and carried it out like it was a set of bed rails or something.
Not like they would have wanted it anyway. It
Oh,
was all
no.
tore up.
No, they probably would have charged her extra. I took the brackets and everything.
All right, we got about 3 minutes. What do you want to talk about? That went pretty fucking quick.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
did.
did. I'll just reiterate what I said the other day on X. If you're alone and feeling down, call someone. If you think you know someone who could use a friend, call someone. If you need a ride, call someone. That's what I got.
I agree with all that.
And in the meantime, I'm drunk a lot, so I'm wrong a lot. Not much to fact check in this one, except that maybe Colton didn't really get a blowjob. Here's where he tells me to eat a dick.
Fucking douchebag.
It's a good thing you beat him to it.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Other than that, man, I hope everybody has a safe
New
2025.
Year's, yeah.
I won't even say prosperous because we got the Cheeto King back.
Safe and happy.
Yeah.
Safe and happy New Year.
Yep. What about you, Colton? What you got?
I agree with all that. I don't know that I can put it in a better term. I will say everybody should eat a dick. You especially.
Nom nom nom.
No, I hope everybody has a goal and they achieve it for the year.
And goals are different than dreams, folks.
I need to figure out how to quit like going into a midlife crisis every time I think about the future. Every time I think about the future, I'm like,
Just go to an AA meeting, man.
fuck you.
They'll tell you one day at a time. One day at a time.
It's not because of that. No, I just spent so much time not caring about the future that, like, thinking about the future now, I'm like, well, fuck, how long am I going to live? Well, what am I going to do in the time that I have to live?
Well, no day is promised, but invest like it is.
Yeah.
Live your life to the fullest.
I saw a quote the other day that I thought was pretty cool. It was, what was it? You don't know the power of one day until you aren't promised another,
Yeah, I could see that.
or until another one isn't guaranteed, or something along those lines. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good quote.
Another day is never guaranteed, but
Right.
I guess once you realize that, you don't know the value of a day you just had.
Right. Yeah, until you have like cancer or some terminal, or like you're, get into an accident or something happens,
Or the CIA tells you to dress up like an ISIS guy and ram into a bunch of people in a...
Kind of surprised we didn't talk about politics.
I'm glad.
I was going to say Todd's probably happy.
I didn't even rant about taxes this time.
Fuck taxes. Somebody said the other day that Trump is proposing getting rid of income tax.
Yeah, going to a flat tax.
That'd be nice.
It's not an original idea. It's just one that he's starting to embrace.
That
It would be
nice.
so it's not based on your income, it's based on your consumption.
So it'd basically just be paying like sales tax
Yeah.
and like use tax.
Yep. Yep. So
Fuck, I'd almost be cool with like just a 10% fucking sales tax across the board and
That's-
not get fucking
that's the general thesis.
tax on my income.
That's the general thesis of it, is a 10% federal income or a
sales tax.
tax, because you can make all the money you want. You only pay taxes on how much you
Right.
spend.
If you only spend, 20 grand a year,
Right.
you're going to pay $2,000 in tax.
Right. And that's just federal. That doesn't include, state and local and all that shit, because we can't get rid of that yet. But yeah, the whole idea of a flat tax is just it's based on consumerism.
Right, but imagine how much more money you would have not paying, 25 to 35%.
I would have a
income
shit
tax.
ton,
That's what I'm saying.
because I spend a lot less than I make.
Right.
So I'm sure they're going to be like, well, alcohol and tobacco, that's got to have a 35% federal income tax.
Right,
on it.
like the only big thing that you buy every year.
Yeah. Yep. Guns, that's got to be 50% sales tax.
I'd almost be okay with it to not have an income tax. I almost pay half of my fucking income to taxes.
There are states that do it. Why can't we do it at a federal level?
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's like 40% that I pay.
yep. That's where I'm
So
at.
I'll take the extra fucking, tax that I'm paying on goods and services.
If nothing else, it might make me think twice about making a purchase I don't really need.
Right. I wouldn't just be like spending money
Yeah.
just to spend it.
Yep.
Because it'd be like, well, I'm gonna pay fucking 20% on this. I can do without it.
Yeah. Same.
Or I'll save up until I really don't care about paying the extra.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
going to
that
be
would-
an interesting next couple of years.
That would be nice. Hopefully, it doesn't get fucking ripped right out by the next person that's in office.
It'll require a law change, so they'll have to have all of their dominoes in a row before they can make it work.
Right.
And then they have to go through public ridicule, because let's say it did pass, and let's say we did 2 years of a flat tax and everybody loved it, and then the other party gets in next time. It's going to take them 2 years to reverse all the laws that were passed,
Yeah.
and everybody that loved it is going to be rallying against it. And if they manage to pass it, now we've got 2 years of going back. The people that didn't care are suddenly going to care.
Right. Well, that and like the people that didn't really give a shit or didn't necessarily support it in the beginning might see the benefit of it and go, wow, this actually is working.
Yeah.
We should keep with this. And then, we get a Democrat in office and they're like, nope, we're getting rid of this. Now, even the people that are Democrat
Yeah.
that saw the benefit of it are going to
Exactly.
be like, no, that's fucking stupid.
Exactly.
So hopefully he gets that passed then. Not just for the money saving aspect, but for the look at what the parties do to try and fuck over the other party that doesn't fucking help us at all.
I think if we didn't send so much money to foreign countries, it could be a 5% flat tax.
Well, yeah, if we
Agree.
haven't if we haven't sent billions of dollars to fucking Ukraine, or is it trillions at this point?
I honestly don't know a number. Last I saw was something like 77 billion or 100 billion. So,
Imagine what that could be done for
And yet
like
the Amish-
veterans,
And yet the Amish have completed a whole bunch of tiny homes in western North Carolina and donated the $300,000 worth of material to do it because the government won't. In fact, the government has told them to stop. They're building like 12 houses in 48 hours.
Well, yeah, you have like 60 of them working at a time.
Well, yeah, but even on top of that, if you have 60 just general contractors, they're probably not building 12 houses in 48 hours.
No. I mean, these guys are just fucking going nuts. Yeah, granted, they're tiny houses.
Right.
But they're not living in a fucking
shack.
a travel trailer with a blue fucking tarp on the roof.
Right.
So,
I think that was a good note to go out on.
yeah. I fucking hate our government.
Same. Well, hope you guys all enjoyed. If you didn't, eat a dick. Catch you guys on the next one.
See y'all later.